Hello everyone and welcome back to another Spit Build. Welcome back guys to my YouTube channel. I hope you had an amazing day. So before I start talking about this build, please sit back, enjoy, grab some snacks. It's going to be a longer one because I have a lot to do. Even though you can see already, I started from this point. Why? Because this project was, I believe, started 2 years ago. Literally, because I as far as I remember, this was meant to be for some save file, I believe, but I never finished this, and it was like just this front part, nothing else. And I still have a lot to do on this build. You're going to see like the whole back of this build is not done when it comes to the exterior, and the whole interior I need to do, like the whole interior. So yes, I hope you're going to like this one because it's really beautiful, something that I love to do like on daily basis. I'm always watching builds like this. European architecture, it's my favorite when it comes to the building part. So yes, and when we got my businesses and hobbies, I found this on my gallery. I saved this to my gallery and telling myself, you're going to finish this, at least like you will try to finish this one day. It's going to be done. But yeah, this is the moment when I decided to finally finish this build, and I put this in that Windenburg square where my, what's the name of that build? I believe also like a Windenburg square, something like that. On the side you can see my art studio with apartment, and also we have a music and art school over here next to this one. So it's so freaking cool right now when we are thinking about this. We have businesses and hobbies, and we can have like multiple things on one lot, especially when it comes to the gameplay and all those different activities and businesses that you can have actually on one lot. So this one, it's so perfect for that, like a purpose. So that's the reason why I decided to actually finish this. And if you're planning to buy something, I still have my creator code that you can use with your purchase. So on the screen you can see my creator code, and it's Poana Sims. And if you decide to use my creators code, I will get the percentage of the sale. So it will mean the world to me if you could, use my creators code. And yes, for this one I decided to make a restaurant and also a jewelry shop, and make one apartment above. You still have one empty apartment, one empty space that you can use for whatever you want. But for this one I decided to go with that kind of story, because on two different lots that we have over here, so we have an art studio, we have apartments, we have a cafe, and we have music school, we have art school. So here I decided to make a restaurant and jewelry shop. So like I said, on this Windenburg, I will call it Times Square. On this Windenburg Square you basically have everything, not everything, but a lot of cool things that you can play with. And if you like this kind of a style, European architecture like I am, you are going to enjoy in this so freaking much. For this one I also use a lot of like older sets from Felix Andre. So you will need to go at the very beginning of his work and find every single one of them, because don't worry, I will leave you, like always, full CC list for this one on my Patreon page, like always. But keep it in mind that all these older sets are, I know, sometimes very difficult to find. I got a lot of messages where people are asking me, especially for the Berlin set, he made like like a newer one, modern one with the office, but he also has some very old Berlin set. And it's basically like, all these small items, especially for the exterior. And sometimes people cannot find it, or when someone downloads my build, they are missing those items, so you really need to pay attention. Like when I say it's a Berlin set, you need to have like every single part, especially for the Berlin set. It has, like I said, older version of the Berlin set, not version, but older set, and this like newer one. It's not new anymore because it was also a long time ago when I think about it, probably year or two, when he actually made a Berlin set, like a part 2. I can call it like that. So yes, especially like all those like a Schwerin or older sets, you need to have it all. They are working perfectly. You can see that I'm still using them. But yes, I'm really enjoying in this because you know me. You know how much I love making a builds like this. And I think this actually, end up pretty nice and pretty European and pretty aesthetic. It's so pleasing when I decide, and I'm so happy when I am able to do something like this. But sometimes I get stuck, and it's very difficult for me to make a build like this. It's not just because they are look-alike and they are pretty similar. It's just because I don't know, sometimes it's very difficult to find the perfect shape and to, play around with the items and make something very interesting that people are actually going to love. So yeah, it's because now when I'm actually looking at this, when I'm recording this voiceover, I'm thinking how easy this actually looks like when I'm watching this right now. But back in the day when I started to planning this and thinking about what I'm going to do, it was really a lot because I didn't know what to do. Actually, I didn't know what to use, and I really needed to make it look very, not interesting, but beautiful. And it's very difficult, but luckily, like I said, like always, we have a tool mod, so we can do a lot with a tool mod. It's freaking useful tool, especially on the builds like this, where you can actually see that I use, that I need to resize something and do a lot of like a tricky, things and movements. You cannot do that without tool mod, and that's the reason why all these builds looks like this. And I don't know what I'm going to do if one day Twisted Maxi decides not to update the tool mod anymore. And it's basically only a mod that I'm using and that I really need. And every single time we get some kind of an update, I cannot wait for Twisted Maxi to update his tool mod. I don't know. I'm a little crazy. I don't want to do anything until this mod is updated. It's crazy, right? But it's such a useful tool. And I so easily get used to using this tool, and it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do if one day he decides not to update his mod anymore. But yes, here I am, finally inside. I made very simple but yet elegant restaurant. Not very detailed, not very complicated, because this build is already too heavy to handle, even for me. It was okay. When I decided to, record everything, because when you are using like this kind of a build and using a reshade and using recording, your PC wants to blow up. But yeah, it was totally fine. Everything works perfectly. I didn't get any kind of like a problems testing this or recording this. So yeah, it's not crazy. It's not crazy like I can do from time to time, but it's still like not just a huge build, but still like a heavy. Keep that in mind. Just so you know, I need to tell you this, but yes, like I said, the restaurant, it's very simple but very elegant and beautiful. But this one is something that I really was paying attention and also very excited to do. It's a jewelry shop, but very beautiful, elegant jewelry shop. I decided to use all those items from Crystal Creations. We have a lot of these items, small, cute jewelry in the Deepak menu, and it was just a matter of time when I'm going to do this. So like I said, this build was so freaking perfect for this one. And also here I use a newer set from Harry. I believe it's Smor, yes. I don't know what that means and where she actually why she actually decided to use that name, because that name, Smor, it's actually something very different on my language. We use that word for when you want to say that something is very boring. Yeah. It's so funny because sometimes if you have like creators from all over the world, they have like their own language, but sometimes the words they're using on my language means something totally different. And I laughed so much when I saw the name of this set. But yeah, I used just the shelves, I believe, from this new set from Harry. But I don't know whether it's going to be new, because I don't know when I am going to release this video, like always, because I have a couple of more that are already finished at this point. So yeah, also Arnold shop, it's very useful like always, especially for this build. I love Arnold shop. I use the windows, I use a lot of items, this cash register, this price tags. I mean, it's such a cool thing to have all these items right now, especially when we have a businesses and hobbies. And I can say right now, and I'm not even like joking, this is one of the best expansion packs that we got. It still has some, small issues and things that I would love to be added, but yeah, we always have mods, but I don't want to have mods. Honestly, I really don't want to have mods. I want to have something completely done and, without using a mods. That's my point. Especially for people who don't really like mods and don't like to update them all the time, like I don't, even though I said already I'm only using a tool mod. So sometimes it's also a huge bummer and boring situation when you need to wait to update something. But luckily, like I said, I always have at least one video or project to finish until they decide to update a mod. So oh my god, I love this apartment so much. I decided to make one small apartment above the actual jewelry shop. So this one, it's so freaking cute, so light and cozy. And also, if you are wondering who made these beautiful curtains that I'm using, it's from Valia. So I am using Valia for a while now. I don't want to delete any of her CC because it's so beautiful. I only have like a couple of sets in my CC folder, but yeah, from now I'm using a couple of them and I'm really enjoying in their work. But yes, like I said, this is a very small apartment. It's not like a studio apartment because we have, another floor here. But it's not very for family. It's more for a couple or a single sim. But I have some kind of a small office situation over there, so you can, turn that into an additional bedroom if you like, if you don't want an office in this apartment. But I also have one small, it could be like a studio apartment also in this floor. So if you want something else, you can add, another family or something. But still, I think you cannot use two families and all these businesses and hobbies on one place. So you can only play with one, one family, not family, sim, whatever you want to call it. But yes, I decided to use very light colors, especially these wallpapers from Harry. It's Copenhagen set. And when I decided to use these wallpapers, everything went smoothly, and I exactly knew what I'm going to do. And it turned out so freaking cute. I'm really happy with this apartment. I would love to make something like this. To renovate one of those apartments in San Myshuno using a style like this, but still, you can still play with this like a whole building if you like, and your sim can actually run their own business, perhaps that jewelry shop. Yeah, it could be very fun. And I think I made very useful and fun, part of this Windenburg world. And you can do a lot of fun stuff and a lot of different stories on this Windenburg Square, especially in these 3 builds. You can, tell a lot of stories and play around. And if you ever decide to play with this lot, please send me a screenshot, because I would love to see. Sometimes people tag me on a Tumblr using my builds. That's the best thing. You can actually, showcase me, my builds and your stories. Like, it's the best thing. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, if you decide to play with this one, please tag me. Please show me what are you actually doing with this. And also in the comments down below, let me know how do you feel about this build, and if you like this, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, you know how that means to me. And you can find this on my Patreon page and also on my gallery. Like always, everything that you need to know is down below in the description box, and stay for the house tour. Love you guys, and see you next time in my next build. Bye bye everyone, see you next time.